Easy, bud, good boy.
Okay, so this is a few miles in before I started the recording. At the vet check, so after the last video, part two actually almost films the entire 8-mile loop. We almost got the whole loop recorded. So then we came back to the vet check. It was not an official vet hold or anything, but it does cross through the vet check again. We got some water, and then we continued on. And while we were there, these two riders were there.
Hey, Amanda. I've been working on my diagonals. Yep. I still don't think I can like tag
Amanda
which one is which, but I do switch.
Her and Jeff taught me about trotting the diagonal, so I've been working on it. But yeah, anyway. So that's where we are. It's just a few miles again after that vet check, and on the trail again. And I'm with these riders for a decent portion of this video. And then near the end, I kind of pull off, and I'll explain why back there. Yeah, I will point out right here, notice I just said he's on a loose rein. He's running really good, really loose off of
I also love how loose of a rein Nico is while still being off your butt.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say.
That first time riding
on a loose rein,
JV Remington, I was just like unsure how to...
While not getting too...
It's just a different horse, you know, I didn't know exactly how to manage it.
Also, I didn't mention, but at the very start of this video, one of the reasons we're climbing that little hill back up onto the trail is we had to do a wide loop to avoid some buffalo. And again, that occurs again here along in the video as we go. When the buffalo are there, you just have to go around them. Now here, this gray horse, his name is Malik. It's a really cool horse. Look at his ears. See that? So Zahn, the other bay up there, has no problem with Nico, but Malik, and I've ridden with Malik before this ride. Malik, for whatever reason, doesn't like Nico, and that's fine. You just have to know it. So Malik's rider there said like, "Oh, let's pull him off." And there's a lot of things I have in retrospect about this whole segment of riding. I won't cover all of it, but so I'm trying to, at first here, I'm just trying to pull him off of his butt. And then later, he kind of aggravates him again, and I just try to go to the entire side of the trail, the opposite side of the trail. The reason I am trying to ride here behind Malik, because Malik also had kind of sore hooves today, and so we're riding off trail just to get as much soft ground as possible. Anyway, so there's some things that go into why this is all happening, how it happens, but it's all good. We figure it out. Okay. You gonna go up there? And then ho.
Feel good? You can just walk if you want. Happy to walk here. We can even catch them later. There's this rocky section and then one more rocky section. And again, where we're kind of pinned into this gravel narrows, which he doesn't like to ride on. After this rocky section though, there's gonna be a lot of area we can ride on the sides. And then in the next gravel, rocky section, we'll also be walking. These rocks are really owie. What a beautiful day. Where is it? I can see it. Fly bugging him. You get it? Okay. You get it? Oh, where is it? I might be able to get up there. Right here. Oh, slow. Easy. Oh, those bugs are horrible. There's the gnats. Stay off from the leak. Oh.
Okay, so it's about here onward. There's this big segment where I wish I would have ridden it a little better, or I guess I'm watching this like a few times to like trying to learn and self-reflect about how I can do this better. If Nico had shoes on here, I think I might have actually just passed them.
Yep.
But without shoes, I was still so worried about his feet that I'm kind of like holding it back a little bit, and then he Malik kind of doesn't like him again, so we go across the trail. So anyway, there's definitely some segments here over the next 10 to 15 minutes where I'm not... I think I could have ridden my ride a little better, or ridden Nico better. It shows a little bit my inexperience as a rider.
Stay off of Malik.
Again, I'm on this side because on that other side there's still a few more rocks. So I'm telling them to stay off Malik, and I think I'm far enough. But Malik's rider's still saying,
I'm
like,
trying to stay way off.
still saying that we were a little too close. Right there, I think she says, like, oh, you can be on the other side. And I don't think I, like, heard her in real time, or I was, like, too focused in here. And then she says it again, and then we move to the other side. So again, I think I could have had a little bit better horsemanship here. Or, while I was just kind of up, we could have just passed. Or, again, if we had shoes, just passed altogether. So there's a lot of things here I think I did wrong. So there's some stuff here that I blame myself and not Nico for sure. But bear with me. And then eventually, again, I think about 8 to 10 minutes from here, I just pull them off altogether. You can see even here, look at there, look at Bleak's ears. He's just actually mad that Nico is riding there.
Yeah, good try.
So there, I actually heard her. She said, oh, go to the other side. So I actually heard her that time. So I move over to the other side,
okay.
and then everything's fine. Zahn here in the middle is like the peacekeeper. Nico doesn't have a problem with him, but Malik just wasn't having it. So here, again, if I was a better rider, there's some things here that I just am still learning about myself, learning about Nico. Again, it's not, I want to make it clear, it's not like about the speed. I can ride speed. It's about, so it's so hard for me to explain. Just kind of his state of mind gets different. See, here I'm kind of tugging on that left rein a lot because he really wants to pull to the right. I don't know if he wants to antagonize Malik. I don't know if it's his competitiveness. I really don't know yet. Those are all just my speculative thoughts. But again, right here, I think we're like on the same plane as them. I could have either just gone past them or just pulled off even more right now and would have been fine either way. If I was really racing, I would have passed them here in this open ground. So again, things I could have done better in my riding, but it turns out okay, and I'm gonna still learn about it. I don't ride in groups often, so very rarely at all actually. So I still some things I need to learn. I'm sure a lot of that might not make sense. I'm trying to, I guess I'm having a hard time expressing what I think. I just don't think that my writing is perfect here.
Push over here. You okay? Stay up here. You can if you want. Good.
I talk about it in a little bit in the video, but this is a spot where you can see where they're trotting just a little bit faster than his trot, so we have to kind of canter just to catch up, and it starts to like amp up his brain a little bit, and that's again why I pull off later. Also here is where, oh man, this fly's bugging him. I always have to use the crop to just get the flies off his face wherever I can. But see, they're trotting and they're trotting faster, so we're just doing this change of gait thing to stay caught up. And then I'm also still just worried about the terrain and the rocks. This is good terrain here, but again, it gets into a rocky segment a bit. So just a lot going on in my mind. Again, even just having shoes here would have alleviated a lot of that, and I think I could have just ridden right on by, etc. So I'm not sure. But overall, he's doing really good. And he's fine here. In a little bit, he does start to get frustrated. There's one spot that I could have handled better too, and you'll see it here in a minute.
Easy. Okay, who? Where is it? What are you doing? Oh. Oh.
Okay, so this part, we come up here to the road again, because you see that herd of buffalo to the left. And there was a fly in his face just then, and then here I also let him trot along to catch up with them, though I don't want him to trot over on the concrete. So this part, I think, is the first part where he starts to get a little bit upset in his brain, and I think, honestly, that video 1, there's a lot of things that we had to work on with his pacing and kind of being a little bit lazy, which is fine. Video 2, he's doing great. Video 3 here, part of this I consider largely my fault. So I'm not letting him trot along to catch with them because of this oncoming traffic. I want him to be calm. And then as soon as the traffic's gone, I check behind us as well, and then I let him trot.
Don't worry about them
right here.
Unless you're ready.
And he's doing good. I just want to keep him off that concrete. I don't want him running on concrete on bare feet. You'll see, and it goes pretty well for a little while. But after we catch up here again to them, and we get back onto the trail, he gets really frustrated. And I think it's my fault for how I was riding him and how much I was pulling on his face. So you'll see. But this is the start. Right here is the start where he shows the beginning of a little bit of frustration.
Okay. Oh. Safety. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, good thing to not die. The trail's not going anywhere.
Well, and I think too, equestrians are allowed up to 100 feet on either side of the trail.
And I think for race rules too, the mileage, it don't matter. Yeah. Safety trumps 0.5 of a mile.
Well, safety does, yeah, for sure, but also people can, you can't just relatively say safety, right? You can't be like, a bridge, you only got bridge, and so you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Short. It's gotta be. Like, this ain't just for weight, for young and like,
Easy.
Okay, we've avoided the buffalo. We're back here onto the trail. This part for the next few minutes is the part I was talking about where he gets frustrated, and I think it's my fault for how I was riding him. Feel free to judge me a little bit. It's okay. I am judging myself, and I do watch these very carefully with self-reflection on how I could have done it better. In this case, I think I just need more experience riding as a group with people with different paced horses, because they're, again, just have a naturally a little faster trot. But I'm on his face a little bit, and there's one spot, I won't apologize for being stern with him, but the reason I have to be stern with him leading up to that, I think, is kind of my fault. So, again, I'm kind of critical of my riding here. I think I could have done it better.
Nico.
Yeah, it just, he gets a little bit out of his head.
Block.
So here, this spot, I pull him off because there's just such a difference with when he is going along smoothly and calmly versus when he's getting angsty.
Oh, and you're getting angsty. Man, if
And I don't mind riding the speed.
Hey, stop.
But I do mind riding when he's just wants to zoom and catch. And I'm not sure.
I don't want to run too much because of them. Not even too much.
Yeah.
It's just like if he's not controlling my hands, then I don't want him to run.
So I'm see how tight I am on him, which I think is
I like things
amplifying his anxiety.
It's good with them for a long while there, but where they're just doing a forever go, it's not where we're at. You keep relaxed. Here?
Yeah, I get a little mad at him. You see that little break right there where he just like instantly goes into the zoom speed. So like I let him for a second, but here again I realize, I think after he's done running here, that he's not in control of his emotions. And honestly, that's a mirror of myself too. Horses are largely a mirror of us. I will totally admit I am extremely exhausted at this point in the ride. I am tired. My frustration surfaces quickly. So I'm not pretending to be a perfect human, even though I do pretty well with Nico. But here he's not listening to my cues. He's not listening to the soft woes, so I do some S patterns with him.
He's not. Okay, we're gonna stop.
And there I get really frustrated because see he's like going sideways. And he's so athletic. Here look at he is frustrated too. So again, I love Nico because of his personality. And again, I blame a lot of this portion on myself. I should have sat here longer. Look at that lip.
Walk.
He is so mad at me.
Walk.
And again, you guys can judge me. I judge myself. It's okay. I am aware of things I need to do better.
You see,
I try to
like
qualify in the video, but my brain is tired.
He's trotting and cantering very calmly, collectively. And again, I want him to go. I never, ever, even if we don't make it in time, never, ever want him to go when he's out of his brain. And that's out of his brain. He wants to catch them more than he wants to stay with me. And that to me is a no. So I will make him walk again. I do not care. It's not going to ruin our race. We're still going to make it in time. But it bugs me. I think it's impolite and rude behavior. And he can go calmly with me when they're not here. Now, I've also stayed with some people in some segments. The thing is, with those two horses, they have a faster trot than him. And because they have a faster trot, he's having to go from a trot to canter to keep up. And with that, that's amping him up and making him more competitive. Plus, honestly, this is an all-out race right now. I think he's got a decent amount in the tank where he could maybe beat those horses. But we're already here at the end of the race. We're not going for a win. We're just going for a completion. And I want to teach him now, if he wants to run his butt off, it's because I ask. Anyway, those all things are very important to me. Earlier in the race, he wasn't running his butt off because even when I was asking, and that was a problem. Now he needs to slow down when I ask. It all has to be a communication between me and him, not him and the other horses. If those horses had a great gait, a trot that he could stick with pretty easily without having to go to a canter from time to time, I think it'd be great to stay with them. But they're a little bit faster trotters. So I have no problem letting them go, getting back into our race. He burns himself up energy-wise to go to a trot canter too. We're not, I don't think we're as fit as those horses, to be honest.
Okay, I just want to really quick explain my thoughts through that whole segment of what I'm recording as I'm writing. Basically, I don't mind him wanting to go. I think that's great, and I love that about him. But I want him to always go calmly and controlled when I'm asking. And that's really the difference, is when I'm asking him and he's going calm and controlled, it's great and wonderful, and it's really, really good, and I don't mind him moving forward. But as soon as starts to disconnect from me and attaches to the other horses, that's what I don't want. So that's what I meant there in that whole segment, if that makes sense at all.
Pass before. So anyway, that's why I did that, and that's why I was pretty forceful about it. Nope. So even here, he's not ready. I'm gonna let them get out of sight before we go again. We got 3 hours, we're making good on time, we'll be fine. And even then, like, I'll let him run again later. It's nothing to do with running. 7 miles left for 3 hours. Good. Up there is another rocky stretch. Thanks, Tanner. I'm gonna let him gallop us out a little bit now that they're out of view anyway. Watch that rock. Easy here. Easy on your feet. Ooh. Yep. That's why we can't meter with them. They have different shoes, different things. Our race is not the same. Oh man, he's so competitive though. Easy. Ooh. You're gonna freak out here. Not careful. Good. No cross. No petting corners. Okay, ho. 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 Not gonna jack up your feet here. Oh. We'll walk this whole segment. That's why we're running. So we have time to walk. After this rocky stretch, there's some water, which would be great. Take a water break and then cruise home. Watch your feet. Don't care about the buffalo. Even if we do 2 miles an hour, at this point we make it on time. We're gonna make it. You okay? Walking. Oh, freaking bus.
Well, this video segment is almost up. Sorry, the reason that this video segment I think was a little bit shorter, my batteries on average seem to last for about an hour, but this battery that I put in must have just been partially flat or something already, so we only got about 35 minutes of footage, and but that's what it is. So yeah, this was a great ride, great segment. I'm so proud of Nico. At the end here, I'll throw on some video that some other people took at the finish line, as well as our vet check and our vet card. And couldn't be more proud of this horse. I have learned so much on this ride, and I'm so grateful for him and the things that I learned on this, our first 50-mile completion. And I'm really excited to see what next season brings. That's basically it. And keep getting better. I know that Nico needs me to get better for him to perform at his best. So he's patient with me. He's such a good boy. Anyway, there you go. I do a few more comments here in the video, and then we'll see you on the next ride.
Also, you guys know I don't usually ride with a crop at all. I don't ride with spurs or a crop or whip of any kind. He was extremely lethargic on the first loop, as you saw for some of the little footage I have, and even after the footage died, he was so lethargic. And again, at the vet check, there happened to be a lady there that had the crop, and the vet said, yeah, you need to push him more. And you guys know I love my horse. I'm very kind to him. In fact, I think I'm too kind sometimes. So this is not to hurt him. It doesn't hurt him, but it does give him a cue strong enough to like move out. And it's actually made a big difference, and it's allowed us to do this successfully. Because they said, like when they checked in, they said he wasn't even working hard at all. Like he wasn't tapped in any way. His heart rate was 48. He wasn't sweating. I wasn't working him hard enough. And sometimes, honest to goodness, it's a kindness to kind of push your horse a little, because it'll help them. You know, this is his job. This is his job. I pay him. I give him treats. I love him to death. I pay him in all sorts of manner, and this is his job. How he earns that is this. And just as the vet said, like the reason I went so slow is because I was worried about pushing him. But the vet said that he was not being stretched, pushed at all. So sometimes, just like a coach for a sports club, you've got to, it's okay to push him a little. And I wasn't. So that's why I have the crop. I don't know how much I'll use it in the future, but here for this ride, it's been fine. Or for this last 20 miles. Excuse me. Almost done with these rocks, buddy.
Well, I'll do my closing thoughts here on the vet card. So this is our vet card. He had basically 48 pulse the whole way. His CRI there at the end was 48. I felt really bad for not trotting him out myself, as you see in the video just previous. The reason I'm sitting down and my friend Matt is running him out is because I literally had just thrown up. So Nico did so much better than me. I need to learn how to eat better on these rides, and that's fine. I learned so much on this. My thoughts to any of you that are planning or preparing or wondering if you can do a 50, I'd say just go for it and give it a try. Again, worst case scenario is what? You just don't finish, which is okay, right? I mean, as long as you're safe and healthy, that's okay. Everyone there is there to help you succeed, and they'll help you. But I wasn't sure if I could finish, and there were some spots that were really hard on me, but we just kept going and we made it. And as you can see in these videos, they're at the finish line that a friend provided, and there Matt trotting out Nico at the end. he did so good, and I was the problem, not him. So your horses are amazing. Give it a shot. If a 50 is still too daunting, then go and do an LD or a limited distance ride, 25, 30 miles or something. You can see my City of Rocks footage too. And I'm going to be providing and recording all my rides next year, so I'll keep posting. And I do plan on posting some other content through the winter. I actually brought all my saddles home. They're upstairs, and I'm going to do a saddle 101 endurance ride video and stuff like that. So stay posted. Thanks so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you guys. I hope you are all doing well. Feel free to like, follow, comment, whether the comment is constructive criticism or just whatever you thought about the ride, that's fine. And I'll see you in the next ride. Appreciate you. Take care. Cheers.